Bueno, ya sí que empezamos. Hi everyone. Guys, welcome to Madrid. I am Luca Bonsignori, brand ambassador of Zamora Company Spain. We are the official importer of Ron Matusalem for Spain. And now, bueno, I'm very happy to share this amazing roundtable with this super guest. But let me introduce those guests. Well, directly from London, Giorgio Bargiani from Connaught Bar #1 in the World 50 Best Bar. Welcome,
Ciao,
Giorgio.
ciao
Benvenuto.
tutti. Hola, gracias.
Benvenuto a Madrid. Well, at the left side, Giacomo Giannotti from Paradiso Barcelona, number 19 of this amazing ranking.
Hello everybody. Ciao
Benvenuto Giacomo. Patrick Pistolesi from Rome, Forza Roma. Drink Kong, number 45. And Mo from Choose Max Barcelona, Mo Aljaaf, number 26 of this amazing rank. Welcome, Mo, thank you. Trinh, number 47 from Alquímico, Cartagena de India. Bienvenido, gracias.
Bravo.
And Rory Shepard from Paris, Little Red Door, number 45 in the rank. Welcome, guys. Well, now let me introduce a very special, very important person for Ron Matusalem. He's an author. He is a global Ron Matusalem ambassador. He is Mr. Diego Ferrari. Ciao, Diego.
Hello everyone, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hi guys.
Ciao, bienvenido
nice
a Madrid.
To see you, everybody. Muchas
Bienvenido.
gracias. Hi guys.
Diego, I think you are back to Italy from Dubai, no? The last week, maybe.
Yeah, I just passed the last week in the lovely and chilled Dubai, under 47 degrees. So the best time for traveling Dubai, and I was there. So I've been there just for look around. Actually, it was my second trip during this year. And I saw an amazing Dubai where everyone was super working hard for new projects, a lot of new openings. The bar scene is always one of the top in the world. And honestly, I was so happy to see a lot of amazing feedback about Rome. As you know, one part of my job is also understand what happened all around the world and see what happened also in the room side. And I saw a lot of bars that they started to implement them usual use of rum in general. From this point, I would like to start this round table with you guys and understand which is your point of view from your respective countries about rum. And what do you see about this trend? Because as you know, rum is usual a static trend. But in the last 3 years, I know that pandemic situation doesn't help us, but we saw that the rum started to grow a little bit. So which is your respective countries about this trend? Giacomo.
Ciao Diego. And,
ciao Giacomo.
Ciao. For my point of view, rum, as you say, in the last few years is growing a lot. I've been surprised, like a few days ago at the bar, there came in some guests and they were really prepared on rum. They know already, the different categories, and it's a thing. Then a few years ago, it wasn't happen, for the customers. Rum was like a general category, and in the last years, I see people and more people interested and very well prepared. So I've been really surprised, and I'm happy, because now we have rum Matusalem and a lot of amazing rum, and yes, so if we give the message, all of you guys, form the customers, and now we see then the customers they're prepared.
Thank you. Patrick.
Hey,
Ciao,
ciao
brother.
guys. Ciao Cavaliere
Ciao,
Nero.
grande.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, well, the rum in Rome, it was just like something that went like this in the 2000 time. Everybody was having rum and cokes. Rum was everywhere. It's one of those drinks that really got the people. Right now, it's more for people who know what they want to drink. It's kind of a whiskey. It's a whiskey way approach. You know, they want the old rum, but I'm talking about Rome, Italy, in that way. And there's the whole different tendency of the youngsters. The youngsters like to have daiquiris. They have to have smackeries, maybe with Nico. They love snow daiquiris with pineapple. Things are changing very much. Before in the cocktail industry, thank God it's not happening anymore. When I started, let's say in my mid-career, let's say 10 years ago, if you ask for a pina colada, people will look at you like, oh, I've had a pina colada. No, you should ask for a rum Sazerac. Now, instead, thank God, the new generations are just like happier to be at the bar, less serious. You know, there's a lot of work behind, obviously, but less serious and happier, like happy drinks. Now I'm very happy to see that a lot of people liking rum as a smile spirit, something that, you know, let's have a pina colada, let's have a daiquiri, you know, something fresh, something fun to have. So yes, it is changing to me, and I think it's going up or in a happy way, in a way it should be in a bar.
Thanks, Patrick. Giorgio, in UK, how is the situation about this rum trend?
So Diego, ciao, first of all.
Ciao, grande.
Ciao,
Echoing what Patrick said, we believe that rum is a spirit for conviviality, you know, for being together. And, you know, we miss being together very much in the last year. And certain cocktails, they might sound as funny as, you know, party cocktail, as a pina colada, or, I don't know, Miami Vice, or daiquiris, frozen daiquiri. They are bringing youngsters together.
But do you think that this trend, because as you know, Giorgio, the rum category is more related to the summertime, no? Do you think it's still the same in this new era of the cocktail era, the cocktail scene, or something is a little bit changed?
I mean, happy people, happy bartenders, they have the summer inside, even during winter, you know? So certainly it's something that, of course, explodes in the warm period of the year, but throughout the year, there are cocktails that are always there as daiquiri, for instance.
Exactly.
It's a cocktail, yes, it's a fresh cocktail, but still a very good aperitif. And in a way, mixing what Patrick also said about the whiskey approach, many connoisseurs, when they taste rum in cocktails, they go for the big whiskey classic, Old Fashioned, Sazerac, Manhattan. So this is another tool that can help the growth of rum, that helped the growth of rum in the last year. You know, fun and conviviality, that again, we miss it very much, so we need to bring it back, and funky, fruity cocktail will help it a lot. In the same way, you know, connoisseurs and people that have knowledge about these spirits, they can experience different expressions of rum through the iconic classic.
Yeah. Thank you, Giorgio, for your point of view. Moe, nice to see you, man.
Hello. Yeah, this one's working.
Ciao.
Hey, ciao,
Hey,
ciao.
man.
How you doing, buddy?
Ciao. Thank you so much for to be here with us, first of all. Which is your point of view? I know that you live in Barcelona, but okay, Giacomo said already his point of view, but it's interesting also listen your personal point of view about this trend.
Well, when I started in this industry, or when I started allowed to make cocktails, I remember that I started, you know, working with as well a big cocktail competition where we were doing a lot of rum. So I got introduced to a lot of rum and to working primarily with rum the first couple of years. I I think the interesting thing, other than what the guys have already said before me, I think the other interesting thing is that you're seeing a lot of creators that kind of like they're being a bit more experimental. Whether it's how they're aging it, For me in the beginning, you'd always get like the easy white rum and the one that was aged 4 or 8 years, or the one that was aged a bit more like 20 years. But I think there's a lot of exciting new products. There's a lot of cool shit that's out there right now, and I'm happy to see how diverse and how versatile it's kind of getting, as well. That the interest for it throughout people, I think, has always been high, but is definitely growing as well with the fun kind of cocktails becoming a lot more qualitative rather than just those fun kind of cocktails, much like what Patrick said. But yeah.
Thank you, Moe. So it's the time to Jean. Jean, nice to see you. Great to hear
How you
you.
doing?
How are you? I'm fine.
you.
Which is your point of view about rum in your country?
Look, living in Colombia, usually the people they used to drink rum a lot. It's the drink they have on the beach, at any time. What's the difference right now? As we have to open earlier, I think people start drinking earlier and they have food at the same time. So maybe we are right now designing drinks with less spirits because of the sun as well, because it's hot in Cartagena, So if they start drinking at 4 p.m. with 35 degrees and 90% of humidity, I mean, we need to adapt this as well, And as we are selling more food right now, so they stay more time even at the bar, at the table, because we have table service now. So that's why we have to adapt, and we are selling anyway. Like since the beginning of the bar, we have been selling a lot of rum, cocktail rum. Yeah.
But there is also in Colombia the motto that in Italy we say that if you drink before 3 p.m. rum, you are not an alcoholist but a pirate.
Totally true.
That's true, no? Thank you, Sean. Rory,
Welcome.
good to see you, brother.
Hey man, miss you.
Hey, man. Thank you so much for to be here with us
Thank you very much
in
for
this
having me.
round table. Which is the situation in France, that we know that the alcohol room is one of the most important part of the room category in France. But in general, which is the trend in France about rum?
I mean, I think there's already quite a growing interest in fine spirits anyway. And so rum has often becomes the gateway into understanding fine spirits, because it's quite an easier profile to approach at a kind of more accessible level. And so I find in terms of, right now we're employing people, I find that a lot of the younger bartenders, the younger professionals, usually will say that rum is their favorite spirit because it's something that they can easily grasp the concept and the feel of it. And so therefore, I kind of see there will probably be a rise of rum a little bit more in France, because I think a younger scene is coming into the bars, and so they're pushing forward the kind of the desire to have good rum and fine spirits.
Cool. Thank you so much, Rory.
Thank you.
Luca.
Okay, I have a quest for you guys. So Diego has told us about this new trend, rum. It is due to a greater offer of the quality of new brands, or is an organic customer demand increase? Or maybe...
Yeah, okay, so I think the question was if we've seen extra marketing from the brands, or if it's people actually coming in and asking a lot more for
maybe
it.
can you play with better brands now?
Yeah, for sure.
Or people want to know something more about rum world?
The way that we do it in Two Schmucks is that we usually change the menu a lot. We change the menu maybe like once a month. A bit less now the last 6 months, but usually we change our menus once a month. And so every month when we approach a new menu, we kind of go of what's been doing really well and what hasn't, and on seasonality. Now I think much like Rory said as well before, rum is an easy thing to mix
Okay.
throughout the entire year. So for us, it's definitely a bit more organic. It's not as much for the brands. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Patrick, what do you think about?
Yeah, what I think about, I feel very important to think about with you guys here. Jesus. Well, I must say something that actually we're living a once in a lifetime moment in our industry right now. Like when I started, there were just like couple of gins, couple of rums. Right now we have so many brands, and people are investing in quality and organic brands as well. So I mean, yes, it is organic. It is people asking. People are curious now, and for us, every day is a challenge to experiment. We experiment to the new Matusalem, the wine one. It's amazing. I mean, it's all a new frontier for me all the time. And if you like the product, like if you're a curious bartender, I'm sure things will evolve every day, and it's also what you give to the people. But yes, if you want to know about the people are asking a little more. It's one of those things. They come back. Like, nobody wanted to drink tequila. Now everybody wants tequila. And nobody wanted to drink gin because, everybody was vodka. Then the gin, we had a gin explosion.
Yeah.
You have to understand that most of the times it's just it's periodical, like the seasons, And I'm sure that rum is living a new season right now because it's actually in the Olympus. Like, you should have a good selection in your bar of rum if you want a good bar. I mean.
Okay.
Yes, I think so. As Patrick says, it's more organic because in the last few years, I think it's been done an amazing work of very quality product. So people, our customers know it, and actually they come back more and more asking for specific quality product. And as we are in Barcelona with a good weather, so people really enjoy more like a refreshing cocktail and with as well tropical flavor. Then with rum, this work very well. So for us, we sell a lot of drinks refreshing with rum, and people enjoy.
It worked very well in your new terrace, no? In Paradiso.
As well now, yes.
Yeah. In Colombia, I think like in the rest of the world, we have more time to spend with the clients, with the guests, so they ask way more questions. We can educate more, even the staff and the people and the guests. So I think there are more interest, and as I can see in Cartagena, it's like a city for partying. Used to be before COVID, and now as they can't go partying anymore because of the curfew, so they eat. Yeah, as I said, they eat at the bar and they make more questions. They stay more time. They don't have so many options like before because sadly a lot of bars and restaurants they close. So they go like every day at the bar, or they go every day at the same restaurant, and they ask the question, and they taste well as well. And there is more interest about local spirits as well. There is a sugarcane spirit coming from Colombia, from the Pacific coast, and we are using it like way more as well because they are interested in about like the Colombian spirit also.
Yes. I think without the marketing and showing how versatile the category can be, then we might not have such the rise that we could potentially be seeing or that is happening. And I think the fact that you have a lot, like Mo said, you have a lot of different processes happening to the rum. It gives people more of a selection in a way. And so if you are a newcomer to it, or if you are an aficionado, then there is going to be something for you. Or if you want to have something fresh in the morning, or something a little bit darker in the evening, then there is something that's kind of that's out there, and the marketing element of it means that more people are being introduced to that.
Thanks. Diego?
Giorgio said already his point.
No, I think I missed the question because the
screen was
connection
freeze.
freeze. So the connection is about the growth of RAM.
Luca?
Luca, can you repeat the question? Because I missed it because
The question,
the
question
connection was
is,
freeze.
do you think that this new trend with ROM, it's about the better offer of new brands, or maybe your customers want to know something more about the room world?
Okay, so one of the things that fascinates me the most about working in an hotel in London is the international clientele that we always have. Okay, these days a bit less because of travel restriction, but in general, we have people flying from all over the world, staying even 1 day or 2 days, as we are used to do when the world is open. That means that not only we give them our experiences and our expertise that we get through trainings and sharing within the industry, but they bring their expertise to us. Because people that travel are people that they see a lot, that try a lot, and they speak to many people. You know, the Hemingway of the modern days, the one that they go from a city to another one, I don't know, they take picture of something, they talk to bartender about something else, and they experience different sort of spirit. They already have a knowledge they can bring to us.
Yeah.
And that lead us to then make new conversation about the product that we have. So I think that with the modern world where social media makes everything travel so fast, we are already starting from a better position in talking about certain spirit, because people knows more and see more. We are luckily the ambassador of good quality rum, and we have the opportunity to expand our knowledge and the knowledge of our guests. So certainly, you know, like the potential is there, and I feel that soon the world reopen in a way that we know, this will grow even more.
Thank you.
Thank you, Giorgio. Now I would like to go a bit deep inside of this topic of the round table. So the cocktail scene, the future of the cocktail scene. And I would like to ask you guys, which is your analysis behind the bar? We're talking about now business, what I mean. I discovered, and this is a really interesting point, that a lot of categories, they started to working really good with the premium spirit in their own brands. But I don't know why, convinced that in the bars, the restart after the pandemic situation was more related to take care about the cost. So maybe watching all the cost maybe more deep than before for stay more close to make more profit, or take maybe final cost of the drink a little bit more easy compared to the pandemic before the pandemic situation. In your bar, which is your new strategy about this? Is changed? You are more related to see the drink cost, or you think that you follow the flow of, okay, premium spirit are now the topic. Okay, I would like to offer all the best to my customer. Giorgio, you are in front of me. Can you start with this?
Right.
Thank you.
I'm working in a 5-star hotel, so premium spirit.
Hemos perdido a...
The pandemic
do you want to
made
continue?
people evaluate the bars even more. Make people understand what conviviality and positivity means when you are in a social environment like a bar. So our industry has been almost destroyed by the pandemic. Some people, not really, because who was able to work from home, potentially, they save a lot of money because they were at home, but they were paid fully. So I think, I hope, and at least in London I see that people now are way more willing to spend. Of course, people not from the industry, they're more willing to spend on premium product just because during the lockdown they see how they made the difference. And it's not, sorry to say, it's not just about the product. It's about the way we treat the product, the way we manipulate the ingredients, the way we balance cocktail, which, again, I think lockdown taught many people how valuable is our job on a skills level. So how much craft there is behind even a simple cocktail, even like we always keep stressing, and I'm sure everyone will back up me on how ice is important. You know, people having ice from the freezer for the last year probably they didn't have such a great experience in terms of cocktails. But on top of it, how important we are for mental health of people. Yeah. So I feel and I hope that people will support bars and will spend a bit more in premium spirit because of what we went through in the last year.
Thank you, Giorgio. Rory, which is your point?
I think that the key really is diversifying what we do. That's what we're doing with all of our venues, and making the price range accessible to all types of people. Yes, people have missed the bar and restaurant industry whilst they've been away, and we've seen that through our restaurant especially, because normally in our restaurant we have a huge amount of wine sales. However, they all switched to cocktail sales on the first day that we opened, because basically people have been drinking wine for the last 6 months. And so it's pretty incredible to see people latch on to that. However, we have also completely diversified. We've brought some of our prices down. We've introduced a classics menu at Little Red Door that are all classics for a lower price than menu cocktails, so that we can appeal to the casual drinker that's walking past and be less of a destination, or rely less on a crowd of more tourist-focused people. Because, you know, we're going to take a long time to repair from this. It's not a, and also I think people will have quite a degree of excited puppy mentality of getting out of the house and spending all their money, but I think everyone will be saving next month. You know, everyone will take a holiday and chill out and you know, have a barbecue in the sun. And so the cities are not saved yet, and all we can do is try and cater to everybody, in my mind.
Thanks, Rory. We have lost the guys, so we have another quest I'd like. Well, we have identified a great connector for our new Matusalem Insolito. I think you know this new brand of Matusalem. This connector is sherry wine or wines. Do you play with wines or sherry wines in your venues?
Yeah, we fucking love sherry. Yeah. We use it a lot. We use it, it's almost in every one of our cocktails. Not every one of our cocktails, but of course we use it a lot, and it's obviously one of the great things of being based in Spain. And not only that, we're also...
Forse lo puoi, se te sei... No, non c'è più ospite.
Okay.
Se sei ospite lo puoi...
We're good?
We have lost you.
No, non posso.
Lo puoi accendere.
I don't think they know they're on.
No, non sei più ospite.
No, non sono più host. Mi hanno messo e tolto.
Yeah, so we do use it a lot. We also have a selected list. We work with a distributor for some natural wines.
Yeah.
And again, being in Southern Europe, we have the luxury to be able to do so, and be able to do so with ease. It's always funny when you see American bartenders, you know, bragging about how they got like a Tio Pepe Fino, where like, where like we know that this is so easy, it's right on our front door, and it's so easy to use, and it's definitely something that we do.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, the connection was followed down during our conversation. I suppose that Rory just say something. Mo, thank you so much for your point. Jean, is your turn.
Sorry, can you say again? Sorry.
I was saying that it's followed down the connection. I just missed almost all the answer from Rory, but I suppose the question passed also to Mo now, and that is your turn, isn't it?
Okay.
Well, Diego, because I asked to the guys what they think about this grid connector for Insolito. Do you know wines or sherry wines? Yeah. So we talking about that.
Okay. Please continue.
Look, it's hard for me to answer because we don't have Matusalem in Colombia, and we don't have cherry that much.
Please, Luca, jump in the stand and bring one bottle to this guy of Insolito.
I will, and I would be very happy to answer this question in a few weeks.
Do you want a shot? Do you want to try?
I would love to. But I can answer the first question if you can repeat, please.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the pandemic situation was maybe changing the approach of the drinks behind the bar, especially about cost, where the market said us that the premium spirit actually growing a lot. So, which is the position of your bar when you have to create cocktail post-pandemic situation? Is more related and care about the cost, so drink cost, or you following the flow of good spirit, good quality, good mix for my customer?
Okay. I can talk about the bar. What I could see, because I used to live from a lot of tourism. We used to have like 80% of tourists from outside, and now we have like almost 100% of Colombian guests. So we had to change a little bit our way to work and because they are not used to spend that much, So I didn't want to change the prices, to increase the prices. For me, it was impossible, And just to understand, like, my bar is like not, it's not expensive, compared to a lot of places in Colombia. But the price for a cocktail usually is like almost 1 day of work for a common Colombian worker, so I couldn't change the prices. And I'm a bar like where a lot of people from the industry goes, and we've been we've been suffering. So I didn't want to change that more. We are trying to keep them, and we have like a lot of events for them there. So they can they have like discounts and everything for if they work for the industry. So for me it was just impossible to increase the prices.
I understand completely, obviously.
Thank you.
Patrick.
Well, regarding the sherries and the vermouths.
Do you need water? Can I pass you
I already had water. I had beer. It's just I'm so hot over here. I'm sorry. I wish I was there with you. Fucking dying. But sherries, vermouths, wines, it's all around the place in Italy. We love the dry sherry in a way because it just like cuts down, dries out the drink. If you want, let's say, the easiest way to make a rum Manhattan and then, with sweet vermouth, instead of putting dry vermouth, making it perfect, you chop it down with sherry and has that beautiful senses. I fucking love it, I have to say it. But on the same part, people are starting understanding this because a lot of classic drinks, and I'm talking about classic drinks because new drinks with sherry, we use more with low ABV now.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can cut it down. Well, you're an expert of low ABV, but we could cut it down also, with a smaller part of rum just to give a little bit of spiciness of what the backbone is. Let's say a 20 ml, a 30 ml, instead of the old 45, 50 ml you used to put in. And right now, we go on on that way, you know, outer balancing, drier, and smaller drinks. Because before the classic, let's say, as I told you, a rum Manhattan would have been, you know, a handful, let's say 60 ml of rum, 20 ml of Italian vermouth Antica Formula, 10 ml of sherry. Beautiful drink on the paper, but one of those you could be, you know, now you might have one or two. So yes, I'm totally in love with this. I love the new things that the spirits are doing now. See, Matusalem is playing with sherry. We have other brands playing with fruit, and this new trend, if it's made organically and with quality, not the old, you know, the old vodkas, whatever. You know, if it's made organically and in a way, I think it's a fun way to play with. Because I'm getting old and older, you know, I see the youngsters bringing a lot of stuff, and it just excites me very much.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thanks.
Giacomo.
Ciao Diego, and yes, I'm agree what Moe were saying. Then here in Spain, we are so lucky, no, to have sherry, no, so close, because Jerez is very close from Madrid and Barcelona, and as well I love it to play like from fino, manzanilla, then give this saltiness, this dry or montillado. So they're very versatile in drinks, and they can give this nutty, this dryness. There is unique. I think sherry are magic, no, as a flavors. Regarding the other question you were saying about the quality, no, and the drink cost, I think what we've done in Paradiso, we couldn't go down with quality, but we try to look to the adversity of the pandemic. You know, we try to find the positive way on the adversity, no? And we invest a little bit in our terrace. Then now we open in front, because in Barcelona we had their extraction to open until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So we push more the open space, drinking, renovate the terrace, and as well make a new offer for like low ABV cocktails, no? So as well the sherries were as well included in this drinking. So we try to give it, you know, a twist, and try to take an advantage, if we can say, to this bad situation.
Thank you, Giacomo. In the beginning, maybe it was a little bit superficial, my question, but it's important to listen what you say and what the other guys said about this point, because is the voice from the field, the voice from behind the scene, you know what I mean? So we are ready for a return in the best way, take care of the people, and obviously we are also we have also to understand that we are here for teach the people to drink better, to drink in the best way, and teach them how to drink, because this is another important topic. Luca, we get a lot of minutes, or we are stressed with the time?
I think we have just 5-10 minutes to close.
Okay. I would like to do another question, if it's okay for you, Luca. Talking about now cocktail scene again, we saw before the pandemic situation that the trends were different. We saw how it's important to serve minimalist cocktail with amazing clear eyes, beautiful glass, minimal garnish, sometimes no garnish. We saw how low ABV still alive after different years. We saw also a return a little bit of tiki world and the 90s style cocktails. In your opinion, which is the next? Which is the next trend about cocktail style post-pandemic situation? We restart again from you, Giacomo.
No easy one. Well,
I take notes, Giacomo, because I have to take note about what you say.
Okay. I have a couple of points to share with you and with everybody. I think this pandemic and this, day drinking, as we were talking before, bring alive again, this cocktail like mimosas, bellinis, Bloody Marys, then maybe during the late night you don't drink, but during the day are beautiful. So may can be a trend for the next month. This like this classic they were being a bit forget. And on my way and on our work we are doing at Paradiso, I think the next trend will be a mix of the last two, no? So minimal, let's say, with a beautiful glass and ice, but with a decoration then can help the flavor of the drink, or can not a big decoration, maybe like a few years ago, but I think for my point of view a garnish is important of the cocktail, and I think the union of these two past trends could be the future.
Thank you. Patrick?
Well, I totally agree with Giacomo. These questions are crazy. I totally agree with Giacomo. I don't know where we're going, but now with the pandemic, a lot of people started drinking daytime, The night was closed, so they started having drinks in the day. And obviously, it's a new category that if you sell it well, like if you give a good story out of it, and if you give a good quality out of it, if you get a good seasonality out of it, it's going to work 100%. You could sell jugs. I mean, I wouldn't mind, not anymore the punches, but I wouldn't mind to bring jugs at the table in a summertime, like not the old jugs of mojito, but maybe, why not? Those are fun drinks. They're beautiful, very well made. Regarding the Kong, we've been lucky to have a chance to express ourselves 100%. So we don't twist anymore. And I think the future is, it's hard to say. This is a word I don't want to say. It's not culinary, but it's starting from one ingredient. So let's say in the season there are peaches. I'm just shooting it, yeah? Try the peaches and break it in 10, 15 different situations where you kind of like it more. And obviously provide 100% whatever the customer wants. Like, the old classics, they hop inside, want a martini, no problem. But I mean, for the future of cocktails, creativity and simplicity must be the way, because now we have the tools to do it, yeah? All the labs and the beautiful toys we have.
Do you agree with me also, Patrick, that we are missing a little bit as a technique, the shaking style is more build, mixing glass, sometimes is throwing, but shaker, the technique is a little bit missed.
Yeah, this is very, very true. Actually, is me, myself, I think it comes a lot also from the whole pre-batching situation, and then you go, stir a lot, and the drink is done. Actually, I miss shaking, but there's some drinks I cannot imagine an espresso martini not shaken. Like having a nice froth, a good sour. Like this. Yeah. Yes, it's true though. It's true. We shake a lot. I lost my back shaking these fucking drinks, but I mean, yes. But this is it, guys.
Thank you, Moi.
Yeah, it is a bit of a loaded question. I can't really tell you, in my opinion, where I think the trends are going to go. I mean, we saw first, the going into super classic cocktails, and then very extravagant serves, and then very, very minimal serves, right? We've been doing our drinks very, very similarly since we've opened. We have a style that we kind of like and that we're into. What I hope to see from the future is I hope that we see a lot more diversity with homemade ingredients from a lot of different bars. What I love is, let's talk about the espresso martini. So what I love is that before you'd go and, everyone would do their espresso martini with the same coffee liqueur, same kind of coffee, and, a very, very similar, vodka. Whereas, we're seeing a lot more new takes on classic cocktails, but with good homemade ingredients, where the people are making their own coffee liqueur, have a special roast for the coffee, and are just looking at it and, trying to up their game by creating something better, by having a bit more homemade ingredients. That's what I hope to see.
Cool.
But again, I couldn't, yeah.
Obviously, we are just imagining our trends, obviously.
Yeah,
Jean?
for sure.
So during the pandemic, we had a lot of time to meet producers and providers new products, and we had time like to know way better what they are selling and what we can do with that. And I think that's not a trend, but I think we're gonna keep working like this, you know. And we try always like to work directly with the provider and or the farmers. And I think we will keep designing even more than before, like every single details for the drinks and the fruits, and because when they go, like the client, when they go to the bar and they want to a cocktail and they want to taste something different for I talk about myself, not about the classic
obviously.
and so on, but they always. I was talking to Rory and Tim in the morning about this. I showed them the fruits we have and everything, and they want to discover that. So that's, I think, yeah, we're gonna keep definitely working with this trend.
Thank you. Rory.
Thank you, Gian. I mean, at the end of the day, we're the 1%, so we don't necessarily dictate what happens to the future of cocktails. And what's happened over the last year is the 99% have gone home and they got really clever. They got really intellectual and they got really into niche things. And so I think the future, although I don't think we can predict it necessarily, we don't really know what trends will come up. It could be that Kim Kardashian starts drinking daiquiris and then we're all drinking daiquiris. We all saw what happened with the Negroni, the shaken Negroni. So we can't really predict these things. We can change them, but the 99%, they've got more intelligent and they're going out there and finding more niche things to enjoy. Things that are categories that are more hidden or to the public, because we all know about sherry, we all know about vermouth, but do they? And now they do, in my mind.
Thank you. Giorgio.
Okay, the trend I would love to see the most is myself sitting on the terraces
With
of
daiquiri
Paradiso, Tushmax, Drinkong, Alchimico, and I'm not sure the Little Red Door has a terrace, but I would see myself sitting
Big
outside
one.
the Little Red Door. I genuinely hope that this will be an opportunity to be even more tight as a community, so share even more what we do, to make sure that in a way we stand up even more.
Problemas técnicos del directo. Well, guys, okay, maybe we have the last questions before we have a lunch or a nice paella, maybe. Are you working in something special, in a new project, or we are just in a reborn phase?
Yeah, so we at Tushmax, we closed down Tushmax because of the restrictions. We had a new site with a terrace, so we've been running that as Tushmax on the terrace. On the 21st of June, we're gonna reopen Tushmax, and then the terrace is gonna open with its new concept. And then we just got the keys to a third bar, so we're gonna open a third bar as well. Thank you, thank you. And all these bars are on the same street. So it's gonna be, a place, Schmuck Street, Schmuck in Costa.
Never stop.
So
okay,
yeah,
man.
I hope to see you guys there soon.
You answer me,
Yay.
okay? Patrick.
Well, the Kong is opening again. We're happy. We're opening inside. We're going to present a new menu, a new concept to sit down, drink in a way because we call ourselves an instinct bar. So we try to give, without hassling our hosts, a little bit of an experience. We have our terrace, thank God, given by the government before it was very hard to get. And this is fingers crossed. We want to get a park. There's a park we're working on which has also a cover thing, and I want to do a multi-functional place. So for the summertime where we can do a lot of stuff there. And you keep the fingers crossed for me. If that goes on, Kong is in the jungle.
Ole. For us, at Paradiso, we've been working for the new menu along. We had a lot of time this year, so it's coming up during these days. So we are very happy, and me and all the team put a lot of effort on it. So I hope it's gonna be great.
Amazing.
And then I open a new bar restaurant just right the pandemic. It's Galileo, and so well, it was not the best time, but we're surviving. So with these two things, at the moment, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you, Giacomo. Guys?
Yeah, I'm not opening a new bar soon. Right now, I'm spending a lot of time at the farm, and I became almost a farmer. But when I'm in Colombia, I spend almost half of the time at the farm. So we are working now to build like a lab, but at the farm, because I have my chef. She lives now at the farm, and she's doing like almost all the process over there. So that's the new present project.
Thanks.
Nice. I love the farming thing. We're kind of doing this as well. So Little Red Door is developing a new menu, but it's more of a new approach to how we work and how we work with our country, our beautiful country of France. In a way, we're kind of doing the single ingredients line, but we've gone and sourced very niche single ingredients that are grown in France, and then we've supported those producers by making a documentary about it, and it will basically be the new ethos of Little Red Door. We've never shouted about sustainability because we don't necessarily believe that a bar can be that sustainable, but we really want to support our own ecosystem, and so that's what it's all about from now on. And yeah, no more abstract menus.
Thanks, guys. Diego, Giorgio, can you listen us? Ci sentite? Les hemos
It's
perdido.
fault of Brexit. Every time that Giorgio
Okay, Diego, I let you the last word to you and Giorgio. I think we are... Nah. Se han ido a comer, yo creo. Well, guys, thank you very much. I'm so glad, so happy to share this moment with you. Con vosotros, por supuesto, chicos. Bueno, yo solo espero que toda esta gente que ha iluminado tanto la industria en estos años pueda seguir sobre todo trabajando y haciendo lo que mejor saben hacer, remontar este momento y volver a trabajar al 100%, que entiendo que es lo que todos nos auguramos. Diego,
Dime.
Giorgio, ok.
Ciao.
Ragazzi, I hope
Thank
that the
you very
connection
much.
doesn't stop.
Andiamo a
when we say
mangiarci
hello.
una bella paella. Thank you,
Mohamed,
Giorgio. Thank you very
Style,
much.
and don't forget the smile, ragazzi.
Ciao,
Ciao ragazzi,
ciao,
thank you
ciao,
so
ciao.
much guys. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Ciao
Grazie.
belli.
Bueno, yo solo espero que toda esta gente que ha iluminado tanto la industria en estos años pueda seguir sobre todo trabajando y haciendo lo que mejor saben hacer, remontar este momento y volver a trabajar al